Welcome back to my channel. So I am currently in my second floor bathroom. I'm sorry for the echo, but this is like the only place that had some kind of decent lighting for this video, so I apologize. Anyway, as you can see from the name of the video, this is my curly hacks video. I am going to teach you how I went from hating my hair, straightening it all the time, or having it in a tight bun all the time, to how I went to loving my hair, loving my curls, and just really embracing the hair that God gave me. So I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to give you several curly hacks. Get a pen and paper, write these down, and here we go. First hack, do not overwash your hair. Curly hair does not really get dirty. I know my hair doesn't get dirty. I can go for a very long time before I need a wash. And then the only reason why I would wash is because I have product buildup, not really dirt. So do not overwash your hair. There are people that would say you need to wash your hair every day. You don't even need to wash your hair once a week. Okay, I do maybe twice, maybe 3 times a month. And what I do is I just cold wash with the conditioner. I will cold wash my scalp and then let that just come down the rest of my hair. And that's it. 2 to 3 times a month is all you need. And then of course you know when it's time. If it's itching, if it feels dirty, then go ahead, yes, do it give it another cold wash. But you really should not overwash your hair. Curly hair needs those natural oils. Our hair dries quickly. You don't want to over dry it. We need those natural oils. If your hair is not stinking, girlfriend, do not wash it. That is hack number 1. Hack number 2 goes with the washing. Don't use shampoo. There are several lines which carry cold washes. There are conditioners that do not lather up, but they wash your scalp and they get you nice and clean. You don't need that lather. You don't need those bubbles to clean your scalp. Go and take a look and see what you find at your local stores for cold washes. Those are so much better for your hair than those really stripping shampoos. That is hack number 2. Number 3. Now, I think we're all guilty of this, where we go for several days, maybe even several weeks with the same bun in our hair. You just keep putting it up over and over and over because maybe we're just feeling lazy, whatever. You just have the same bun for a while. And when it's finally time to wash your hair, you have a huge knot in the back of your head. How do you get rid of that without damaging your hair, without breaking it? Here's a trick. So what you're going to do is you will condition your hair first. You wet it and saturate it with a conditioner that's going to give it a lot of slip. One conditioner that I like for slip and detangling is the Aussie 3-Minute Quench. It's very inexpensive. It's about $2 a bottle. And this really gives you that slip you need to get rid of those knots. So you saturate your hair with that conditioner. This is the first step. And then you just, with your hands, separate that knot. Separate it as much as you can. Just keep going in there and separating as much as you can with your hands and with the conditioner and water. Then with your wide tooth comb, you take section by section and start from the bottom up, detangling. Once your hair is detangled, you wash out all of that conditioner. Then you go into shampoo. You use your cold wash. After that, shampoo your scalp and let that go down your hair. Wash your hair with the shampoo and then go in with a deep conditioner and deep condition your hair. So you're going to condition, take the knots out with your fingers, take the knots out with a wide tooth comb, starting from the bottom up, wash that out, and then deep condition. And you will save so much breakage. And because if you just go straight in with the shampoo and you start washing your hair, you're really gonna tangle that even more. So that is another hack. Now we have the t-shirt towel. Do not use regular towels on your hair. Do not flip your head over and put it in a regular towel to dry. You are going to invite frizz. You can break off your hair. Regular towels are not made for curly hair. Take an old t-shirt. My husband has maybe 100 white t-shirts in rotation. And whenever I need a new one, I just grab one of his old white cotton t-shirts by Hanes, and that is my towel. I hang that next to my regular bathing towel, and as soon as I get out of the shower, I flip my head over, gather it into the t-shirt, plop it on my head, and that is how I dry my hair. Once it's a little bit dry, I will, with the t-shirt, just go in and start getting rid of that excess moisture. Always with a cotton t-shirt, never a regular towel. Very important. Your hair will dry with less frizz and it would not break off if you use a regular t-shirt. Okay, now again, to get definition, I like to finger coil my hair. See all that definition? These are my natural curls, but the top, see, like here, where it's around my face, I like to finger coil these to really make sure that those are defined. And the way I finger coil is when it's soaking wet with all the product and everything in it, I literally just take the piece and I twist it onto my finger and let go. And then I just leave it as is, let it dry naturally, and you get really perfect defined curls. I have another video where I do the curly hair routine, and you see me finger coiling different sections, and you'll see exactly like what areas to hit to get that definition. I also do it on the bottom of my hair where it tends to be really frizzy. I do that on the bottom as well. Just finger coil them and let them dry naturally, and look how perfect that comes out. Okay, so that is another one. Satin pillowcase. You don't want to sleep on a regular pillowcase. We are bougie. You want to sleep on a satin pillowcase. That nice smooth surface is perfect for our curls. It's not going to suck out the moisture. It's not going to break it when you're sleeping. It's not going to tangle it up. You lay on a satin pillow and wait and see what a difference it makes. Go to sleep using a satin pillow. You can find them really inexpensive on Amazon.com. Okay, I have notes here, by the way. Okay, use scrunchies. Do not use regular hair ties. Scrunchies are your best friend. Okay, try to keep your hair down as much as possible. I know it's not possible to have it down all the time, but try to keep it down as much as possible. You are going to save your edges. You're going to see more growth. Your hair is going to be healthier the more you just leave it down and leave it alone. I get it. Myself included, I need my hair up out of my face. It annoys me. So what you do is you just flip over, gather it like that, and this is the pineapple, and you just put a scrunchie. Don't tie it tight or anything. Just put the scrunchie over this, just like you would any other scrunchie, and just leave it like that in a pineapple to keep it out of your face. Do not use regular hair ties. I'm telling you, they rip your hair and they're no good for us. And it also leaves dents. Scrunchies do not leave dents. You can put your hair in a high ponytail, which is called the pineapple. And when you release it, it is perfect. No dents. I had a scrunchie on my hair all day today. And as you can see, I have volume. I have my curls are defined and there are no dents. Use a scrunchie, don't use regular hair ties. Okay, air dry. When you go through your whole curly routine, if you want your hair to dry with less frizz and as defined as possible, please air dry your hair. You just style it the way you want, leave it alone, and just let it dry on its own. It's gonna take hours, it's gonna take forever, but trust and believe you will be left with shiny, frizz-free, beautiful curls. Cut your own ends, especially if you're looking to grow. I am looking to grow. My hair last year was to my chin. I cut it myself, and here we are a year later. Look at that growth. Why? I cut my own hair, okay? The way I cut my hair is I let it dry. Then I just go and I look for pieces. See, like this one needs to be cut. I look for pieces that have like that dead end. And I will literally just snip that little piece off, curl by curl. Just do that, see this? I would just snip that off, curl by curl. If it's not a perfect curl that ends, you know, perfectly, I will just snip, curl by curl. And then, you know, even when it's wet, I just take it in 2 ponytails, stretch it out, and then literally just cut the very ends. My hair is healthy. You know, when it's curly, you don't really care about it being perfectly even, because as you can see, we have layers all throughout our hair anyway. So you just cut your own hair. Do the little very ends, just the very ends yourself, and do it curl by curl. As you see that pattern start to look a little funky, it looks like it needs to be cut, you just cut right there, right at that piece that needs it, and you'll see the curl will go right back to the way it's supposed to be. Don't get your hair cut at salons unless you really, I don't know, unless it works out for you, unless you have someone who knows how to work with curly hair, you trust them, definitely go ahead, keep going to them. But if you just need a little trim, you're just looking to get rid of dead ends, you can definitely do that at home on your own. And maybe I will upload a whole video of me cutting my ends when it's time. Okay? Never brush your hair. You hear me? Never brush your hair. Can we say it again? Never brush your hair. I don't care what the situation is, you do not brush your hair. Now there are some slight exceptions to this rule. There's a brush called the Denman brush, and there's a brush called the wet brush. Now these 2 brushes are particularly for curly hair. However, you are never, 100% never going to brush your hair when it's dry. That's a huge no-no. Now, when your hair is soaking wet with lots of conditioner in it and you're just looking to detangle it, you can go ahead and brush through with a Denman brush and with a wet brush. These are the only brushes allowed. If you want to see what that is, I'll put a link for Denman brush below and a link for wet brush below. These are specially made for natural hair, and they will detangle your hair and also help that curl pattern as well. So you only use those when your hair is wet and when you have conditioner in it. Never, ever, ever brush your hair dry. Never. Okay? And then last but not least, don't touch your hair. You hear me? Do not touch your hair. Ever. Now I know I've been touching it this whole time because it's, you know, just showing you for the video, but really, you touch your hair, you're inviting frizz. Just leave your hair alone. And people always want to touch your hair too. When you have curly hair, they always want to touch it. No, don't let them touch it, okay? Leave your hair alone. When you're going through your routine and you're going through the drying process especially, that's when you really don't want to touch it. Leave your hair alone. When it's drying, just let it dry naturally. As tempting as it is, you're gonna want to like touch it and separate it and do things to it while it's drying. No, just leave it alone as it is and let it dry. Trust, it's gonna be beautiful if you just leave it alone. Okay, so I think that is everything for today. Yeah, that is it. Nice and short. These are my curly hacks. Again, I hated my hair before. I straightened it all the time, or I put it in a bun all the time. I love it now. I love my curls. I hope you start to love your curls. Tell me what your hacks are. Did I miss anything? Have you done have you followed any of these hacks before? Let's chat about it. Let's all love our curls. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. It was a pleasure as always, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.